No idea what just happened. I just got halfway through this video and everything just shut off, turned back on, which I said that's fine. I'll just pick up where I left off, and nothing was saved. I feel like you guys probably think I make up a lot of this stuff, like all the troubles I have with these technologies, but I am not tech savvy and everything just goes wrong. But either way, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Captain Cody Davis here with you guys again for another one. I'm probably going to find myself talking fast because I just did all this already and I'm ready to go sit on the couch. But either way, just wanted to hop on here and give you guys a quick Lake Okeechobee fishing report, let you guys know what's going on out there on the lake. And like I said in my last report, I'm going to try and bring these to you guys a lot more consistently. I'm going to try and do about one of these a month. You don't have to go crazy and do them once a week because that much isn't going to change in a week. Or by the time I put the video out, it might change back to what it was. So we're going to try and do these once a month and just let you guys know the water levels, kind of what it's taking to win a tournament out there, how people are winning tournaments, what's working for me, what I've seen, and any news or anything that's going on in or around Lake Okeechobee, I'll keep you guys up to date on. As long as you guys are going to click on them and watch them, I'll put them out. So I appreciate the support. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Definitely helps me out. So we're going to jump right into it. A couple of little plugs I'm going to put in here real quick. They're not really plugs. They have nothing to do with me at all. Just some things that you guys might want to check out. First one, the other day, me and Breezy were out of town. We were eating at a restaurant. And she ran into a couple that she went to college with that had starting their own clothing line. They were wearing their merch and had their own, brand and everything called Five Alive Fishing. Awesome looking stuff. The graphics, the materials that they used were all great. They were nice enough to, after we parted ways, they came back in and handed me and Breezy a couple hats, some stickers and stuff. The graphics are awesome, super cool. The materials used are great. I'm dropping the ball right now, giving them a plug. I should be wearing one of their hats, but me and Breezy literally just got back from going out of town again yesterday, and I left them both that I've been wearing the heck out of in her car. I have a couple of their stickers they handed me here. I believe that is their logo. But definitely check them out. Great people. They were super nice. She was, had a couple classes with them, and it's just a small business. So definitely, check them out. I already know my wife's been on there and ordered us a house payment and clothes. She's all about supporting small businesses and supporting people that are doing stuff a little different. The graphics are super cool. I stuck a couple of their stickers here behind me, but you probably can't see them. But check them out. Five Alive Fishing, some different stuff on there. Secondly, September 21st, there is going to be the third annual Refuse to Sink tournament out here on Lake Okeechobee. It's to bring awareness to suicide awareness for Suicide Awareness Month here in September. It's been a great event. This is going to be the third one, and it's put on by great people, and it's a very smoothly ran event. Breezy, my wife, had a hand in helping this event, get up and running. The first and second year, she's kind of taken a little step back just because she's working 3 jobs. We got 2 kids now. It's a lot, but she's still putting, some effort in to try and help them along, as am I. Like I said, it's for a great cause. It's put on by great people, and it's ran very smooth. I'm going to be donating a couple things to the raffle, silent auction. They do all that. So check it out if you're looking to get into fishing a tournament for the first time, or you are an avid tournament fisherman. You want to fish for a good cause. Yes, it's probably going to be a little warm. We're going to be kind of towards the end of September, so it might be a little cooler. But it's all for a good cause. It's an $80 entry. And it's a guaranteed $3,000 payout to first place. So you can't really complain about that. So come out and fish. I'll be competing. I think I'm going to be fishing with Breezy again this year. So I'll come out, hang out, and say what's up, and just fish for a good cause. So now that that's out of the way, let's get into trying to talk about Lake Okeechobee before my equipment fails on me again. Never had that happen like it did. That was crazy. Trying to think, when was the last time I put one of these out, and what's changed? It's been tough out there, guys. At least for me. A big part of that is I have not been on the water as much as I typically am. For a couple reasons. I've been pretty slow at work, if I'm being honest. I've only been out there like a day or two a week guiding. And, it's typical for this time of year. It's 107 degrees outside, legitimately. It is boiling hot. The water temperature is in the high 90s. It touched triple digits last week. It was 100 degrees in Lake Okeechobee last week on the graph. Insane. So that's obviously making the fishing tough, right? These fish are not comfortable. And I do think they're primarily feeding at night, without a doubt. They got to be. So couple of things. One, if you want to get out there and have great success, get out there early. Have your boat in the water in the dark. Take advantage of that first couple hours in the morning. That seems to be the best time. And what's been working for me, it's been just basic summer patterns. Okay. If you can find an area that's more on the outside, meaning isolated reed heads, ditches, the mouths of canals, the rim canal in general, cuts in the rim canal, rock that's a little bit more offshore, just off the beaten path, a little bit more out of the grass, you're going to find a lot of fish that are congregating around there, and you're going to find numbers of fish. You have to find bait. All right. Right now, if you're fishing on the outside for shad eating fish, anywhere that you're going to be throwing a rattle trap, a spinner bait, a white chatterbait, bait is key. All right. So outside grass, like I said, cuts in the rim canal. There's a couple little points and some ditches that we fish. Boat lanes, the mouths of boat lanes spitting out into the lake that are coming out of the backwater. All great areas to find fish right now. You got some water movement when there's some wind blowing and stuff like that, and it's blowing bait through those areas. The whole key is you need to find bait. If you don't find bait, there's probably no fish there, or even if there is, they're not going to ignite. You're not going to be able to ignite that school. They're not going to fire off until bait comes through. So I've been really doing my best to keep my ears open and my eyes open and listen for shad flicking, see shad shining underwater. And when I find that, if the water is clean and I'm in a good area, I've been, having some decent success catching some fish. Again, it's been like a transparent colored silver and white half ounce Nichols catalyzer spinnerbait for me, and a half ounce rattle trap of whatever brand you like. It doesn't matter. Has been working great. If I'm actually fishing up in the grass, a half ounce white dirty jigs, no jack swim jig has been great for pulling them out of the grass. But what I've noticed, at least where I've been fishing, is a lot of the fish seem to be on the edge or just outside the grass. Not as many fish being up in the thick stuff for me as of late, as opposed, when we're talking about fish that are feeding on shad. And then if the bite slows down, or if you really can't get those fish to ignite at all, I'll slow down, way down, and throw like a Senko or a burner worm out there, and for the most part, just dead stick it. All right, you got to fish super slow, and you're usually not going to ignite that whole pod of fish. There might be 30 to 40 bass sitting there, but you can usually pluck off a fish or two that are just right on the edge of biting. And be patient. If you're outside fishing these schooling type spots, be patient. If the bait's there and you have confidence, everything looks good, there's probably fish around, but you just got to wait till they want to feed. Again, it's 100-degree water. They're not just going to feed because there's a bait in their face. They have to want to eat. So you got to be there for when they feed, and that feeding window might literally only be 5 minutes. Been running into that a lot, where I pull down, sit on a spot for a half hour, and for 3 minutes they go crazy. You catch 18, 20 pounds, and then it's over. You don't get bit for another 2 hours. That has been happening. Timing is key, so be patient. As far as after any schooling fish or anything like that, flipping has still been a thing for me. But just know when you pick up that flipping rod, you're fishing for like 2 or 3 bites. I'm not getting a lot of bites, but I have been getting some real big ones. Pushing just inside the outside edge. So what I mean by that is, if you look back here at the map, you got the outside edge of the lake, just not way back here, just inside the outside edge. Seems to be where I'm finding more of the bluegill population, and we're talking from Clewiston all the way to the river. That we call it the inside of the outside edge. It sounds confusing, but that's what we call it. And just listen. Look for good water and listen for the pop in, the Rice Krispies and the bowl. Those are going to be your bluegills, your cichlids feeding. That's where those big bass are. For whatever reason, I personally cannot get bit on a jig. I don't know why. Just flipping a plastic, ugly otter, reaction innovations beaver, a D-bomb, it doesn't matter. And putting it inside the reeds. A lot of times this time of year, I'm flipping to the edge of the grass, the edge of the reeds. I've been doing a lot better putting the bait in the reeds, which I think that holds true as to why the plastic's been outperforming the jig. It goes in much smoother, more efficiently, and that's what's been working for me. On top of that, I'm starting to get some bites on a frog. I know some other guides up on the north end of the lake. Justin Morgan's been catching some real big ones on a frog. My last couple trips, you've had a few key bites on a frog as well. Not sure why. I kind of went 2 months without getting a single sniff on a frog, and now they're starting to eat it again. Color doesn't matter. Same thing applies with the frog. You're not going to get a lot of bites, but if you get one, it's probably going to be above average. Really need that cleaner water for a frog. Don't be afraid to fish dirty water. There are some fish in the dirty water right now with flipping or throwing a white spinnerbait. But for a frog, in my experience, I have had to have some cleaner water to get a good bite. But for the most part, just let this be known, most of the areas you're going to stop your boat on Okeechobee right now, the water is clean. It's very clean. I'm not sure how or why, but it has been, and I'm not complaining about it. So, again, keep your eye out for some bait or lots of bait. Try to put yourself in and around any type of hard structure or cuts, depressions, rocks, anything. Just out on the edge of the lake. Look for bait, look for clean water, and wait it out. Pull down. Try a couple different presentations. Maybe a spook, like I said, spinnerbait, chatterbait kind of deal, or a rattle trap. Or don't be afraid to pull a worm out. So many people hate dragging a worm, but it is so effective this time of year, especially when these fish are just not wanting to feed. That's about it. I don't know. It took, I know there was one tournament, it took like 17 to win. Another one, it took 24. I know of some people that are catching some big fish. They are around. They're healthy looking. It's just you having to brave it out and catch them. Pack plenty of water, ice. If you're going, it's brutal. It is not comfortable, but you could be rewarded if you stick it out. So I think I might try to get out there tomorrow. I have a day off. I think I'm going to go and press my luck and just give it a shot because it's been a little while since I've caught a big fish, and I'm looking to do so. So check it out. If you guys want to book a trip, here's the thing. I've got a lot of openings in September and really through the rest of the month, I believe. Getting into November as well. If you don't want to fish then, if you're looking to fish like next February or what have you, I'm having a lot of people that are sending deposits and booking their trips months in advance, which is what I suggest to do all the time, but people are actually starting to do it. So if you have been on the fence about doing so, give me a call sooner than later. Let me get you in the book. There's nothing worse than just assuming that you're going to have a spot, and then I got to tell you that I'm booked up. But lots of people from out of state are getting their reservations booked and everything, so they're going ahead and booking the trips. Let me know if you want to do that. And yeah, if you want to do something different, you don't even want to go fishing on the lake and go peacock fishing, go fish some freshwater snook and tarpon, whatever you want to do. I appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe to the channel if you like what you're hearing. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Tight lines and be safe out there.